What is going on, everyone? It is Monday, January 8th, and let's get right into it. Pretty quiet day as a general statement in the markets, so let's just take a quick look at our charts here, if I can get them up. All right, so again, today in the markets, QQQ Tech continued to carry a little bit higher on some decent volume. So, this uptrend is well intact despite, the sell-off here and the sell-off there. And to be completely honest, guys, we really can't call, that a sell-off when, the move is to that extent. So, despite what you may think, the market is continuing to power forward. I'm not really playing the game anymore, guys, of, it's going to fall from here. In 2017, especially towards the end, I definitely got wrapped up in, the preconceived notions of, hey, we're so extended in the market, the next move's got to be lower. The next move's got to be lower. And, you could easily be sitting here right now with, the SPY up again today and just continuing to carry higher and higher. But the reality is that, they often say, the best situation for a trader would be to be trapped on an island with no access to news, no access to inputs from anybody, and literally nothing but what you see right here. So, with that being said, despite the continued move that we've got here in the markets, don't have any bias. Now, it's good to know in the back of your mind, okay, hey, we're coming out of a pullback, we're coming out of a consolidation, we're overbought, we're oversold, but just simply do not allow your preconceived notions to, keep you out of the game. Because let's be realistic, guys, looking at this chart here, right here you could have been saying, this market is so extended. And technically, in any technical analysis book you're going to read, this is pretty extended. But if you allow those preconceived notions and that, opinion you have to control your thoughts, look at all the forward momentum you could have missed out on. In this time period here, a lot of stocks gave us a lot of profitable opportunities. So, with that little speech being over, why am I bringing this up? Because regardless of opinion, the one thing that we always have, if I can click on it, there we go, is fact. And the only fact in the market is what's happening in the present moment. And we get that fact from price action on these charts. So back to my favorite chart here, guys, and let's do a quick review of the sectors and what I'm looking at in terms of opportunities. We will start off with IYR, which is the real estate sector. Again, much like the trade from last month where you're sold off pretty hard and then volume comes in and makes a move to the upside, get the same situation going here, guys. So sold off, aggressive volume, and then the buying comes in, which is your demand. Remember, trading is a game of supply and demand. Volume is simply an indication of the demand. These bars right here, guys, and for you experienced traders, this will seem basic, but for the new guys in the group, these bars that are below, the price, those are called volume bars. And what those measure is how much money has actually come into the stock or the ETF for that given time period. So, as you can see here, a lot of money coming into IYR, the real estate sector, which again, it's a game of supply and demand. When demand rises, meaning they want to own it, the price rises. Demand rises, price rises. So, took this position today on the opening bar of the day. Excuse me, first bar right here of the day. Again, this is the 195-minute chart, so each bar is half of a day's price action. And the move continued higher for the rest of the day after a little dip. But again, guys, sitting here up about 20% on this trade already. And again, the reason I always repeat these words to you guys, follow the money, is because every time you do that, you're putting yourself in a very good position to catch a winning trade. Right here, follow the money, nice move in real estate. Follow the money, nice move in real estate. So you guys get the picture. Demand coming into real estate today, and I followed in a winning trade so far, and looking forward to seeing if that momentum can continue into tomorrow. XLK, the tech sector, continues to chug higher. Was able to catch this portion of the move last week, and truthfully, guys, just left a lot of money on the table, but I have no time to dwell on that and simply waiting for the next opportunity from tech. We'll flip over here to healthcare now. I did have some puts this morning on healthcare. They were working great. I had a position in Celgene, which I was short. That was working great. And then they both just happened to rebound and close them both for break even. So was up almost about 1,800 or so on the Celgene short and closed that for a few $100 gain. So that's always a bummer, but I didn't have that few $100 gain going into the day, so you really can't complain about a positive day, even if it's not huge. Consumer discretionary, guys, we continue to trade higher and higher there, simply waiting for some big time selling volume to come in. And in terms of actionable setups, guys, right now, the one I am truly looking at is XLF. So let's actually flip over here to my main chart. And we'll take a look here at the daily, get rid of some of these indicators in the chart, and just clean it up. So why am I interested in financials right now? You know, for you new guys, what am I seeing that's catching my eyes? And let me just clean this up. This does not want to cooperate here. Alright, screw it. But anyways, guys, why am I so interested in the financial sector right now? And, you know, why is it my number one pick? Because 80-90% of the time, guys, stocks or sectors are doing this. They're going nowhere. They're doing absolutely nothing. It's that 10-20% of the time when that demand comes in right here. Again, volume increasing, demand increasing. It's that 10-20% of the time that we want to play when they're making their moves. So with that being said, you can see that essentially, the last month, financials has really not moved anywhere. Kind of back and forth here in this tight range. So quite simply, guys, what I am looking for is a similar situation to what we had back here in November, where a big demand for the financial sector came in, and the hell of a move it had. So quite simply, looking for that again, and I will, as always, flip over to my 195-minute chart, and that is where I look to take my entries. So regarding this potential trade, could be tomorrow, could be this week, next week. Again, I will take my trade when I see some big time volume. Despite this tight range, we haven't seen that big of volume in financials since that prior move up here in November. So this is the kind of volume that we're working with right now, guys, and this is the kind of volume, big time, that makes moves. This line that runs right here through the volume, that is the average dollar volume over the last 50 days. So as you can see, when it is way above average, that's when they make their move. So I will monitor this chart tomorrow and simply wait to see if that volume can expand enough to break that line and be considered 100 times the daily average, which to me is usually a very accurate entry point. You're buying basically into the strength before the rest of the market comes in. So that is what I'll be looking for tomorrow. And along with that, I definitely like myself some Goldman. So nice thing about this setup and this financial stock is you could literally place your stop right here under this tight line in the sand. You can even bring it down here a bit. And again, guys, same thing. When that demand increases, the price of the stock increases. No different if you're looking at a stock or a sector. So what I'll be paying attention for is some buying volume to come in as the money comes into financials. And remember, guys, when a sector makes its move, XLF, financial sector, nice move, guess what? The individual names like Goldman make a move as well. And so did Morgan Stanley. Again, guys, this is just to drive home the point that when a sector moves, that is when the stocks in that sector move as well. So you need to trade with that at your back and not against it. Morgan, beautiful run at the same time. Bank of America, nice run. Wells Fargo, beautiful run. Citigroup, and we could sit here and go through financial names all afternoon, guys, or all evening. But again, you guys get the point. When a sector makes a strong move, that is when the stocks in that sector are going to make nice moves as well. So that is really my only focus for tomorrow. Only two focuses, rather, are this position in real estate off to a nice start. And from what I found, guys, all I need is that second day of volume continuation tomorrow. And much like we had last month, it usually is a good indication that you're safe in that trade and, time to start getting ready to lock it for some profits. So going to be looking at that. And as I mentioned, financials looking like they could be ready to go either way. So that's what's on my list for tomorrow, guys, and I look forward to being with each and every one of you in the chat. Let's get it.